Ashley Brogan says she was a prisoner inside the trailer where she lived with her abusive boyfriend and his parents. When she finally told Willie Hale she was leaving, he didn't let her go on her own.
No, he stabbed her and then dragged her out into the woods by her hair. What he didn't know is that a deputy sheriff was on his way.
WSLS 10's Angela Hatcher has the incredible rescue as seen by the deputy that day. Angela?
John and Lindsay, on August 29th, 2015, Ashley Brogan told Willie Hale she was leaving him. She called her mom to come get her, and as soon as she hung up, Willie stabbed her. Her parents got text messages from her phone telling them not to come, but words weren't spelled out like Ashley would type them, so they knew those texts were from Willie. Her mom called police, and her dad met Sergeant Jeremy Gardner at the home.
Where could they have gone, sir?
Getting no straight answer from the suspect's father and facing a path that was anything but straight, Sergeant Jeremy Gardner takes off from the back porch of 1284 Breezy Hill Road.
I wasn't going to let any grass grow underneath me. I was determined to find them. I knew that they hadn't left at the front. I knew that they hadn't taken a vehicle. I knew that the only path or the travel that they could have taken was on foot.
Wearing shorts to go on bike patrol that late summer afternoon, Sergeant Gardner will use his bare legs, eyes, and intuition to get through the dense woods in front of him. His body camera captures every step. 2 minutes in, there's an open cattle gate.
I could see where saplings had been folded over, or either a large deer or person or persons had walked along a path. I would get to where there would be no grass, it would be dirt, but there wasn't any signs of footprints. So I would come to a fork and I would have to figure out which way did they go. And it would either be me walking to a point where there was grass and I should be able to tell whether there's disturbance or not, or I'd run into a spider web. Well, certainly, I'm running into spider webs. Nobody went that way.
Things he learned to look for hunting, not through some advanced training. He's not looking down for blood drops. In fact, he doesn't even know Willie Hale stabbed Ashley Brogan. He looks out at these woods, every bit a labyrinth.
Exactly like a maze. Come to an end, have to turn around and come back.
After roughly 9 minutes of rough terrain and dead ends,
I see you.
he sees Ashley Brogan is alive, but not well. Her attacker tries to regain control of the situation.
On your knees. On your knees. So I'm not going to ask you again. Stop talking to her. He's trying to talk to her, and I'm not having it.
Sergeant Gardner pulls the knife from Hale's pocket. With Hale in handcuffs and Ashley faint and covered in blood, he radios dispatch.
Yes, I am going to need some assistance. It's going to be a long walk, and just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. It was a logistical nightmare for me. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get her out of there. I don't know how I'm going to be able to coordinate rescue to find us. I know that I'm not going to trust him just to walk out of this quarter-mile trail with me. He's walking with me. Okay. I've got my hand on. Bev, we're trying to make our way out this time. She's saying that she can walk now. You okay, ma'am? No, ma'am. I'd like you to stay a little bit behind.
A safe distance from Hale.
Ashley, tell him I need
You're being detained. Stop talking, please. You understand you have the right to remain silent?
They reach the yard. Sergeant Gardner gets Hale into the patrol car. An ambulance arrives. Ashley is able to speak without Willie Hale telling her what to say or do.
And he told me when you was coming, he said, if you move or you say anything, he said, I'm going to stab you. He said, don't move and don't say anything. And then he put the knife right there, and I knew if you wouldn't tell us what was going to happen.
I could have not found them. I could have came to a wall of spider webs, if you will, and realized that I was on the wrong path the entire time and been followed some deer.
Whether he knew it at the time, Sergeant Gardner was on the right path to save Ashley. Now she's well on her way to saving herself, and she hopes other women from domestic abuse.
Now, Ashley Brogan was on board with this story as soon as we asked, and we should mention she gave permission to the sheriff's office to release the video of her to us. She wanted people to see it, to see him, because she wants what she went through to matter. And tonight at 11, we'll share her reunion with Sergeant Gardner and her plans to encourage other women who feel they don't have a voice.
That's an amazing story. Thank you, Angela.
Ashley Brogan was supposed to testify against her boyfriend in 3 days. Despite his previous abuse, she thought they were in a better place.
But when the arguing just wouldn't stop on August 29th of 2015, Ashley decided she'd had enough. But Willie Hale wasn't going to just let her go without knowing what she planned to say in court.
WSLS 10's Angela Hatcher has Ashley's survival story as captured by a deputy's body camera.
Ashley Brogan gave the sheriff's office permission to share the video you're about to see. It's a momentary glimpse of a life she felt trapped in for 2 years.
I got one puncture here.
Ashley Brogan is living proof you can't keep a good woman down, though Willie Hale tried his hardest.
He was sitting at me with the knife, and so I couldn't move. I couldn't say anything. So, yeah, it was pretty scary.
Paralyzed by fear in the woods, shivering in a blood-covered sundress, they stopped here because Ashley couldn't go any farther.
I got my first 3 stab wounds in the house, and then after that, he dragged me out the door. He's dragged me by my hair. The whole entire time that we were going from the house to the woods, his intentions was killing me. He told me, he said, if you're not going to be with me, I'm going to kill you. I asked him, I said, I'm going to die, and he said, who cares?
Her parents cared, enough for her mom to call police, enough for her dad to show up at the trailer where Ashley had been living with Hale and his parents.
When I was in the woods, I heard a horn blow. And I didn't say anything because I knew if I'd have said anything, he'd probably killed me. But as I was in the woods, I heard the horn beep. And I was thinking in my head, that's my dad, thank God.
Next to arrive, Sergeant Jeremy Gardner.
Where could they have gone, sir?
After asking Hale's dad questions and getting absolutely nowhere, video from his body camera shows him getting to Ashley and her attacker. It took him roughly 9 minutes through rough terrain and dense woods.
Willie was the one that peeked around the tree, and he was like, oh, crap. He was like, if you make any sudden moves or make any noises, I'm gonna kill you.
I see you.
Willie Hale once had a way with words with Ashley. He talked her into watering down a story on the witness stand so he could get out of jail the last time he hurt her. Not this time.
Ashley, tell him I need
You're being detained. Stop talking, please.
So now Hale knows how that feels, and the woman who he forced to stay quiet or change her story is speaking up, hoping her words will encourage other women to go from silent to survivor.
As soon as, I started seeing the signs, I wish I'd have got away a lot faster than I did. That was my mess up, but, you live and learn, and I've definitely learned a lot from this whole situation. Get to know whoever you're with a lot better than I did, because the whole entire 2 years that I was with him, I was a punching bag. This wasn't the only incident. He busted my lip before, and I had to get 7 stitches. People like Willie, they don't deserve to ever be on the streets again, because there is going to be another victim, and it may not be as good of an outcome as I got.
She credits that outcome to another man.
Jeremy Gardner saved my life.
The video from the sergeant's body camera is so damning, Hale pleaded guilty. It was never played in court. Sergeant Gardner did not even have to testify. This is the first time Ashley's seen him since that day back in August 2015.
Can I get a hug?
Oh, yes.
It's good seeing you.
Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome.
If it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be here.
Well, maybe it's for a reason.
That's right.
Maybe it's because you've got a story to tell and an impact to make. Very good.
Ashley hopes that impact starts with this story.
Ashley plans to work with Bedford's Victim Witness Program to talk to women in similar situations. Sergeant Gardner told her he'd go with her to any talks she does. Angela Hatcher, WSLS 10.